Today we're going to talk about why Die Hard is such a gosh darn fun movie to watch. After all, the source material is dark, and even in its final form, Die Hard has some pretty rough moments. So why are we always psyched to sit down and watch it and afterward left smiling? Well, for one, John McTiernan refused to even make the movie until he could find a way to get joy into it. Literally, in the case of our friend Ludwig van. But his biggest contribution was asking, is there a way we could make this a robbery? Everybody likes robbers. They're fun bad guys. And I mean, that sounds weird, but it has been gold since literally the beginning of cinema. Even the Hays Code's cautions on theft, robbery, and safecracking couldn't stop the genre, and New Hollywood lionized robbers, especially if their targets were other baddies, which, as we talked about in the 80s episode, the Nakatomi Corporation kinda was. McTiernan also brought in screenwriter Steven D'Souza to lighten things, peppering the script with one-liners, most notably, at least according to him,
"Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker."
Joel Silver also had a hand in it, once rebutting original screenwriter Jeb Stewart's complaint that McClane fails if the building blows up by saying, "I don't give a fuck if he didn't fail. No one cares. You don't spend money to come to the theater and not see a building blow up." And so the building blows up. Twice. In fact, Silver and D'Souza's previous collaboration on 48 Hours,
I'm sorry about the door, man. Did that hurt? It looked real painful.
along with films like Lethal Weapon and Beverly Hills Cop, established the unguilty comedy of violence. They just needed a hero without the macho, shaved-chested self-seriousness of Stallone or Schwarzenegger to make it work in a real action film. And boy, did they ever find him. Bruce Willis's background was, after all, comedic. Even as a bartender, he was notorious for being a quick-witted wisecracker. He worked hard to make the action movie role work for him, maybe too hard at first, prompting Silver to lean on McClane to bring that humor out. And in the film, you get it right when you need it. A mischievous duckface after his first kill leads to,
"Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho."
after 6 minutes of bullet-dodging, white-knuckled acrobatics,
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
and in the midst of an all-out intercut fight scene. And the heart of the film's humor, those famous one-liners, no one really knows who to credit for those. William Morris's Arnold Rifkin says that most are Willis ad-libs, including "Come Out to the Coast." But Jeb Stewart swears he had it in a script draft months before Willis took the role. D'Souza claims he was called in during editing to add more jokes, which might explain why there's no actual footage of Willis saying,
No fucking shit, lady! Do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
Willis has even contradicted himself on the film's most famous line, claiming he argued with Silver about maybe saying yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, who says yippee-ki-yay?
It so obviously should have been.
Yippee-ki-yay.
But years later told Ryan Seacrest it was just something he made up on the spot to make the crew laugh. It's almost like film is a collaborative process that defies individual credit or something. But more on that later. I'm Cosmo Catalano, and until next time, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.